Hello everybody, welcome. Hi, my name is Dew. I'm the owner of Dots and Designs. I'm a decorative furniture painter. I'm a grandma painter, a grandma blogger, and I love to create beautiful things. And tonight, I got something a little special that I'm doing. The hubby's out of town and I've decided to do a project because you know how those hubbies are? They kind of like get in your way and don't want you to do those projects. So if you come on, say hello. I would love to know where you're coming from. I'd love to know your projects that you're doing, if you've ever painted porcelain tile before. So I was a little nervous at first when I thought about it, but then I thought Dixie Belle has the great products. I know I can do this, so I'm gonna jump in and do it. So, hey Renee, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So first off, let me tell you, can you see my dog down here? My pup has taken my pillow and she is kind of taking it over. Honey, you're gonna have to move so I can paint because I'm on a hard porcelain floor and it hurts my knees, so I'm gonna have to get on the pillow. So hang on, let me move her out of the way. Come here, Zoe, you wanna say hello to everybody? Zoe, say hello. Hello. Okay, time for mom to work. Scoot back. Let me get over here on the pillow. Okay. So tonight, guys, if you ever have thought about maybe painting tile, I know we've been in our home for probably 12 years. This is kind of a builder grade home, and the tile that I have actually is floor tile, and I don't know who designed to put floor tile on the side of a fireplace because it's not pretty at all. We ripped the tile or the carpet out of the living room and put down beautiful porcelain tile, but now we have this tile up here that doesn't match. So I'm gonna paint it tonight. So tonight, we're gonna be giving away Slick Stick. This is the product that I'm gonna be using tonight. It is actually a bonding agent that you put on any slick surface and it helps your paint bond to it. And this is a 32 ounce of Slick Stick. In order to get this, you're gonna need to share this video, and I want you to put in the comments what you would use the Slick Stick on. What is your slickest surface in your house that you think you wanna paint and you would like to put this on before you actually paint? And my assistant Heather is over here on the computer and she's gonna be watching the shares. When we get the shares up to 200, we will pick a random winner and I will announce it live. So you guys get ready for the ride and start sharing. Share it with your girlfriend, share it with your mom, share it with your neighbor, anybody that you think might like this product, because this is a really cool product. Now you can see back here that I've already painted half of the tile, half of the fireplace around here. And Heather, would you please let me know if anybody comments? Let me know where some of the viewers are coming from if they come on. Do we have any Texas in the house? You know I'm an East Texas girl. And I know I'm gonna get some questions about the fireplace cover that I have in place. In Texas, fireplaces are decorative, I'm just telling you. It's like almost 90 degrees here today, and we don't burn our fireplace very often, but this actually is temporary. It's screwed in. You can actually take it out. It's just a plate to put over on top of it, but I kind of like it. I'm gonna leave it in there. So let's go ahead and get started with the Slick Stick. And remember, if you're just coming on, we've got a contest tonight, about 200 shares. If we can get to 200 shares, we're gonna be giving away 32 ounces. That's a lot of Slick Stick. That's gonna cover a lot of surface. So let's get started. Okay, I've already pre-mixed this. I shook it up really well. It should be fine to go. You can apply the Slick Stick with a brush, or you can even apply it with a roller. The reason I chose a brush is because this is a pretty small area. It's not gonna take long to paint it, so I'm gonna go ahead and just use a brush for this. Heather, do we have any comments or anything?
Well, we got a Florida.
Florida's here? Oh, well, we know Florida is. Dixie Belle is in Florida, so everybody is in Florida, right? Love me some Florida.
We got Tennessee and New York.
Tennessee and New York, awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Texas.
Yay for Texas. Is anybody commenting what they would use the Slick Stick for? This is good for glass. If you wanted to paint jars or metal, anything slick, this is really good for. So I'm gonna start with putting a coat on, and I'll show you how easy it goes on. It's just super easy, and it's pretty thick too. It's not a thin paint, so it doesn't run a lot. I am not a painter that tapes off anything. You know, I just don't. Probably because I'm lazy, and I'd rather just take the risk of messing up than to paint it or tape it off. So I just paint it, and it's actually pretty easy. It's not hard.
Since you paint our countertops?
Yeah, countertops, that's a good one. I'm sure you could. You could probably paint that for Micah. I know you could paint floors, and I have got a bathroom that has these same tiles in it, a very small bathroom. I'll have to wait for Mr. Honeydew to go out of town for like 2 weeks to do that one. So, yeah, he might he might frown a little bit. Does anybody else have those hubbies out there who are not really crazy about you doing all these crazy projects? Usually he doesn't complain too much, but I admit that I wait until he goes out of town to do a lot of them, so yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to put a quick coat of this on. And like I said, I put 2 coats over here. After you put the first coat on, it dries in about an hour, and then you can go back and put the second coat on. Like I said, I did this all this afternoon. It was about an hour ago that I finished this up. So after I paint this other side, we're going to go back with some Dixie Belle paint, and I'm going to paint over that. Now,
Your Canada up here.
Canada's in the house. All right, all right. I know you're thinking, maybe you're thinking, well, this is just white. It's kind of boring. It actually is okay because this is white too, but I have more plans for this. After I put the slick stick on it, which is the binding, the primer, and I paint it, I'm going to come back, and we're going to have to do this on another live because I don't have the stencil, but I'm going to come back with some Dixie Belle paint, and I'm actually going to stencil over this in a black and white pattern just to give it a little bit of a little decorative effect. It'll make it look like tile, because while I like the ideal of tile around a fireplace, I think it's pretty. I don't think it's pretty when it's floor tile. I think it needs to be a smaller tile. So the stencil that I chose is actually a smaller, like a 4x4 pattern. So it's just a little square. So I'll go and put squares each inside of the big square to make it look more decorative. How are we doing on the shares?
Well, I got 9.
9 shares? Come on, guys. We need some shares so we can give away some slick stick. Like I said, if this is something that you are thinking about doing, share this video. You can share it and save it to your Facebook, because sometimes when you want to do a project and you remember, hey, somebody did that project and they did a live on it, and then you can't find it. It's a good way to find it is to share it to your page. That way you can go back and read and look at it later when you have time. Okay, if you're just coming on, I'll go over this again. My name is Dew with Dew Dots and Designs, and tonight I am updating this tile around my fireplace, and I'm adding a coat of Slick Stick, which is a bonding primer by Dixie Belle. Oh, I should have taken that off. And it's going to allow the slick surface to have something to bond to so that I can go back and put paint on this. Because my plans are to paint it white and then go back with a stencil. Let me get all in there. Go back with a black paint on a stencil and actually make a pattern on this. Has anyone painted tile before? Anybody done this project? And if you did, how did it turn out? Did you love it? Did you hate it?
Yes.
Was it durable?
57 shares.
All right, awesome, guys. We got 57 shares. We're getting there, so please be sure to share this when you come on for a chance to win a 32-ounce slick stick. This is good stuff, guys, and it goes a long ways. And not only is it just for painting over tile, you can use this to paint over furniture. If you have some furniture that's really slick, you have those tops that have the laminate tops on, the veneers. It's perfect for that. Lots of those French provincial pieces have the laminate tops and they're slick. This right here, you put a coat of paint or a coat of slick stick on it, and you can paint over it like nobody's business. This stuff is pretty amazing on furniture too, because it makes your surface super, super smooth, and it makes your paint just glide. It just glides over it. I would normally be painting faster, but I didn't put a drop sheet down. And I have got to make sure that it looks perfect when Mr. Honeydew gets home.
Someone wants to see the front of the jar.
Okay, let me show you the jar. I sure will. Hang on. Let me get up. You're going to make me get up. Okay, I'll do it just for you. Okay. Doreen, here is Dixie Belle Slick Stick, okay? Yes, you see that? It's a 32-ounce jar. It's white. I can tell you, if you're curious, it has a bit of an odor to it, so you want to you'll want to use this in a well-ventilated place. You wouldn't want to use this in tight spaces. My living room is pretty big. Can you see me okay from here, Heather? Mm-hmm. Okay. My living room is pretty big, so I'm not overwhelmed with the fumes. So if you're using it in a tight space, you probably want to get a respirator or something to protect your lungs. Lungs are important. Isn't that right, Heather?
Yes.
My assistant's got bronchitis tonight, and she's been coughing, so I don't want to add to her misery. Okay.
Does it adhere to the grout?
It does. It adheres to the grout too very well. Like I said, I put 2 coats on the other side. I probably did not need 2 coats on this. Probably 1 would do, because it's not a surface that's going to get any traffic. If you were doing a surface like in the bathroom tiles on the floor, absolutely you'd want 2 coats of this on, and I would roll it. I wouldn't brush it because it would take too long. And if I was smart, I would have gotten my roller out and rolled this, but I kind of tend to like my brush. Do we have any roller fans out there? Does anybody else like to roll paint? I just don't. I like my brush. I like the feel. I like the control.
Someone wants to know if you have to let that sit overnight.
I don't think so. The instructions say to let it dry for an hour, and I did. I let it dry for an hour, and then I put the second coat over it. I will go ahead after I finish this one section, and I'm probably not going to finish it all because it would take a while. I'm going to go back with the paint, and I'm going to show you how to apply the paint over this. And it's only been an hour since the last coat, and it should be fine. And a good way to test any paint that you're using, after you paint a surface, if you will reach over and touch it, if it is cool to the touch, probably means it's still damp. It has water underneath it. These are all water-based products. If it's still cool to the touch, it's still damp. It needs a little more dry time. This feels very dry to me. It's not cool. Other than cool of the tile, of course it is. But no, it's very dry. You can scratch it. That's the ultimate test right there. If you take your nails and you rub over it and you scratch it, it doesn't come off, you know that it's a good bond. Good bond. Okay. All right, let me finish up this one little section here, and we'll go ahead and get the paint, and I'll go start over there. How are we doing on shares, Heather?
Right now, it's 70.
All right, guys.
74.
We got 74 shares.
80.
We have 80. We have 80 shares. Thank you so much for sharing. And as soon as we get to 200, then we're going to choose somebody at random. So go ahead and share this. Heather, has anybody else said what they would use the product for? Anything interesting popping up?
Bathroom tiles.
Bathroom tiles would be perfect.
This one, cabinets.
Cabinets, yes. Yeah, and cabinets too. I'm glad that you brought that up. Whoever said that. This actually is perfect for cabinets. If you have those slick cabinets, you can actually clean those very well. And Dixie Belle also has a product, a cleaning product. And oh, forgive me for not knowing the name of it. Natalia, if you're on, please put that product in here. It's lightning or something. I can't remember. But you would use that to clean your cabinets before, and then you could use the slick stick on top of that, and that would make the surface paintable, and you wouldn't have to worry about it peeling off. This is perfect for cabinets, yes.
RVs.
Or what?
She said RVs.
RV? Yeah, hey, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Heather, are you keeping track of these people and their names?
Yep.
You got a pen?
Got it on my notes.
All right. Heather is taking notes. All right, so guys, if you're just popping on, we're painting with Dixie Belle Slick Stick. And this is a bonding primer. It's great for slick surfaces. We're going to be giving this away here just real soon. So to enter for a chance to win this, go ahead and share this. Share the video. Share it to your friend. Share it to your mom, your sister, your aunt, whoever likes to paint in your family. And we will choose, after you've shared it, comment in the comments what you're going to use it on. Tell me something fun, something unusual I've never heard of. Anybody painting a piano or something? That would be cool, huh? And then we'll enter you in a chance to win once we get to 200 shares. So right now, how many shares are we at, Heather?
133.
133. Girls, hey, look at there. We're going good. Y'all keep sharing. Share.
Cleaning stuff is called White Lightning.
White Lightning. I knew it was something like that. White Lightning is also made by Dixie Belle, which is great for cleaning those cabinets and getting all the grunge and the grime off before you actually put your primer on and then you paint. I will be painting some cabinets soon. Soon. I have many projects in the house that I want to do along with my furniture. Okay.
Where can they buy this? They want to know.
Okay, Heather put a link in here. This is a Dixie Belle product. I'm going to put a link in here and you can go use that link and purchase all these products that I'm using tonight. In a little bit, we're going to be using paint, and I'm going to show you this great paintbrush that we're fixing to use. I love this thing so much because it's so big and beefy. It loads up great paint, and it'll take your paint a long ways. So hang on tight. We're going to be getting there real soon. Almost got most of this done. Not all, but most. I'm not going to make you wait for the whole thing. All right. Anybody else joining from any unusual place? Heather, what's the farthest place that someone has joined from? Canada? Do we have anybody overseas watching tonight?
Toolbox.
What's toolbox?
She wants to paint her toolbox.
Oh, toolbox. How cool is that? That's perfect because it's metal. I have an old toolbox. That would be perfect. Great. I love that. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay. All right. I've painted as much of the slick stick that I'm going to paint. I'm not going to paint down here because I have to get really down and low, and you don't want to see it. It's not pretty when Joe gets on the floor and then tries to get up. So we're going to spare you that view. I'm going to go ahead and switch over. We're going to go ahead and paint a color on this side. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm going to be boring. I'm going to be painting with Dixie Belle Fluff, which is a white. Again, it's fluff. But I want the white because I have the white, the mantle, and I want to be able to put that stencil over the white, the black paint on top of that to really make it pop. So give your paint, this is Fluff. It's a mineral-based paint. Just give it a quick shake.
169 shares.
169 shares, guys. Sweet. I love all you beautiful faces out there. You are so sweet to me. I appreciate you. Do we have any other grandma painters in the house? Who else is a grandma painter? I'm pretty proud of my status as a grandma painter. I really am. The grandkids love it too. They like to come over and get into my stuff. Okay.
Anna wants to know if she can use it on a beet claw tub.
On a what?
Like a claw tub.
Anna, I think you could, unless you're like filling it up full of water. I don't know. What I'm going to be sealing this with after I stencil it, and that's another day, is I'm going to seal it with gator hide. I don't know if you're painting the whole inside of the tub, if that will work. Definitely can paint the outside of it.
What about shoes and boots?
Shoes and boots. I love the way this conversation's going, guys. Shoes and boots, yeah. I have a friend that paints boots, and actually they're amazing. So yes, absolutely. You know what you could also use this? Paint porcelain pots outside. It's springtime. You know how you like to freshen up those pots? The slick stick would be perfect over that. And if you didn't want to use slick stick on it, you could just use the paint. The mineral paint would work too. It's great for clay pots. Okay, I'm gonna switch sides. We move over here. How we doing on shares, Heather?
I'm gonna check, I'm updating.
Okay.
177.
Woo! 177 shares, guys. Keep it going, keep it going. All right, so this half was painted with 2 coats of the slick stick, and I'm gonna go back and I'm actually going to put a coat of paint on that. And I'm gonna use Fluff, which is a pretty white. And I told you about this brush that I love from Dixie Belle. They carry a couple of different brushes. They have the Cling On, which I love. Cling On to me is great for blending. If you're doing blending finishes on furniture, it's great. If you just want a nice, smooth, quick, easy paint, this is your brush. This is their bristle brush, and it's big. See how beefy it is? It is kind of rounded. This brush will load up very quickly with a good bit of paint, and it'll cover a large area pretty quickly. So if you have a project that's pretty big, and I can tell you now, I'm sitting here looking at my piano in the living room, and that's gonna get painted. So you may see me painting the piano one night, and if I do, I'm gonna be using this brush. Okay, let's go ahead and get a coat on here really quickly, and I'll show you.
Is it waterproof?
Is it waterproof? The gator hide is water resistant, which is it's a top coat that I'm going to be putting over this, but I don't think it's waterproof. Can't say that it's waterproof. But you can see how quickly this is covering. This is so much easier to paint with than the slick stick. Looking back, slick stick probably would have been good with a roller.
Got a Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia, know where that's at? Sure do. All right.
What about, she's asking if, Dory's asking if this is actually safe to use around the fireplace.
Well, my fireplace is never used. I can't imagine that it wouldn't be safe to use. Once it's dried, it's finished. I don't think that's something you're gonna have to worry about. If your fire is going and you're painting your fireplace, probably not a good idea. So no, once it's dried, it's not combustible. You shouldn't have to worry about that. It should be safe. This color Fluff is pretty. It's not a white, but it is a really pretty off-white. Just a real, not really an off-white either. It's just it's called Fluff. It looks like a cloud. Looks like a cloud. How are we doing on shares, Heather?
It is
pretty stuff.
183.
All right, guys. Our shares are 183. We just have a few more shares that we need to get out there, and I will be choosing somebody, or Heather will be choosing somebody at random to be the winner of the slick stick tonight. And Dixie Belle will ship this to you. This is great. And this brush is good for getting like in the cracks and in the corners too. Like I said, it's just a big beefy brush. And it's not, you know, it's not bad for cutting in either. I thought that I probably was going to need another brush to cut in, but as long as you're careful, it should be okay. So I have a question. I have a question for all you designers out there. What would you do if this was your fireplace and you've painted it this color and you were going to put a stencil on it? What color stencil would you like and what pattern would you like to see? Not for me, but for you, because I've already chose what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the black and white thing, because I think that's very classic and it goes with anything. Okay.
Everyone's saying it looks great.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We hoping Mr. Honeydew appreciates it? Like I said earlier, if you're just coming on, I'm doing this project while my husband is out of town because he's not real typically excited when I pull out the paintbrush because Lord knows what I'm going to be painting. And he will come home from a business trip and the whole house will be different. And that's okay. He's learning to embrace my creative side. He knew that when he married me, so it's not going to change. Okay.
They're impressed that you're not getting anything on the amazing floor.
That's because I'm a really good painter. But as soon as I say that, I'm going to spill something. So y'all, shh, don't say it. Don't say it. It will happen. It's funny that you say that. I was bragging to a couple of my painter buddies the other day that I typically don't even wear an apron. I wear clothes just regular and I paint. And it wasn't an hour after that I went into my studio and opened up a can of paint, or went to open up a can of paint and I was going to shake it first, but I didn't remember to put the lid on it. And when I shook it, it went all over the place. So I'm no longer known as the neat painter. I will not use that title again because it will jinx me.
We got $195.
$195 on shares, guys. You're doing awesome. I'm almost done too, so here real quick, we will be picking somebody, so hang with me. Don't leave just yet if you want to hear the winner out loud. We'd like to announce you to everybody that you're the winner. We like to say in Texas, winner, winner, chicken dinner. I don't know, maybe Florida says that too. I don't know. Here in Texas, we got all kinds of goofy sayings. We got big hearts and big words.
197.
All right, 197, guys. Keep the sharing. Uh-oh, one drop. I got it quick. Here, I got a paper towel. I knew. As soon as somebody said that. Thank you, guys. Okay. Well, the good thing about this, too, guys, is that this is water-based. The paint is water-based. The other is water-based, too. But I know it sticks. Once it sticks, it's there. It probably would be hard to get up. But the paint, I think if it was spilled on a surface, probably could be kind of scraped up really easily. So I'm not too concerned. Carpet may be a different story.
Got 203.
All right. Good job. Keep sharing, guys. Any other questions, Heather?
Let's see. They said sorry for saying that. Can I drop that?
No, I'm just teasing, guys, really. Hey, can I get some hearts and some thumbs up for Heather, my assistant, who's amazing, who comes over here and helps me, because I'm a grandma by myself and I don't have anybody to help me with this. Give her some hearts and thumbs up if you appreciate her. She's getting ready to pick somebody. So the more hearts and thumbs that she might get, she might just pick you. I don't know. So how many shares do we, Heather?
Right now. Hold on, let me update it.
She's fixing to update it. Okay, let's do the paint drum roll.
Oops.
It's my drum roll.
There is 212.
Woohoo! 212 shares, guys. Awesome. Oh, you beautiful faces. Y'all are amazing. All right, Heather. Heather's going to go back through the feed. She's going to pick somebody random and let me know, and I'm going to announce the winner here just as soon as she picks somebody. So I'm going to keep touching this up right here. Continue to share, if you will. If you know somebody and you're just coming on who wants to be entered in a chance, she has not picked anybody yet, so you still have time, so keep sharing. I really, really like that. I think it's going to be really pretty. So what I'm going to do is, once this dries over here, remember I put one coat of slick stick on. I'm going to let that dry. After an hour, it's dry to the touch and it feels like it's dry. I'm going to put a second coat on, let it dry, and then I'm going to only put one coat of paint over this because I'm using the color called Fluff. It is a real light color anyway. It's almost like white. It's kind of a creamy white, and it will only take one coat. And then I'm going to come back with the stencil. Probably next week I'll be back on and I'll show you how to stencil and use Dixie Belle paint as stencil paint to go over this and create a pattern and a beautiful design on that. So,
will it stay shiny?
Will it stay shiny? No. The slick stick right now is shiny because it's wet. All of it dries and it has a matte finish, including the mineral paint. is very, very matte. And the gator hide that I'm going to be putting over this also is matte. So it's going to be very flat. I don't want any shiny on it. No shiny tiles, no shiny nothing. The only thing shiny I want is like glitter and gold. That's the shiny stuff that I like. Not on my tiles though. Okay. So Heather,
I have one.
have you picked somebody?
Yes.
Okay, hold on guys. Let me put the lid on here. Let me clean up my stuff and I'm going to announce the winner. Heather's got somebody. Heather, did you pick somebody that has a very difficult name?
The last name may be difficult.
Looky here. I did get stuff on the floor. See there? I'm normal. I am very normal. Hold on, one more spot. You know what it was from? It was from the paint when I was doing the drum roll with the paintbrush. Good grief. Only I could do that. All right. The winner for the Dixie Belle Slick Stick is Sandy Gersdorf, right? Sandy Gersdorf, Gersdorf. You are the winner of Dixie Belle 32-ounce Slick Stick. Awesome! Hey guys, tell Sandra congratulations. Let her know that, you know, she's amazing. Y'all all are amazing. Amazing people paint, right? We're a special breed of people, and I love you all. Thank you so much for joining tonight. Sandra, somebody will be in touch with you to get your information, and we'll get you the Slick Stick. And I can't wait to see you guys next week. Y'all have a great day. Bye.